Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I want to thank all of you for so many text messages and calls and flowers and cards and oh my goodness, the gifts, the people that have reached out, the prayers. It's crazy how special you all make a girl feel on her birthday. And I was absolutely humbled. Like, wow. I told Dave last night, how in the world would I ever even begin to respond to all of these people? So thank you so much for all of your love. You really made a girl feel special. And what I want to do today is share with you something that I have been working on for a while now. So for those of you that are watching live, I want you to drop in the comments live. For those of you that are watching the replay, and those of you that are watching this on YouTube, help with subscribe. And you may want to turn on your notifications on your Facebook page so you always get notified when I go live, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming your way. But today, I am super excited to be launching with a brand new company and training motivation coaching that I have been working on for a few months now. And it is not MLM, it is not direct sales, and there will never be any mention of that in there. So there'll be no recruiting in there. It's going to be a private group that you have to be invited in. And it is going to be Barb's everyday success tip and empowering tips, whether it's your relationships, your finances, being an entrepreneur, taking risks, having confidence, your own self-esteem, being able to get through trauma, being able to go through grief, being able to struggle through something maybe in your family that you're going through, whether your back's against the wall and you're in the middle of a bankruptcy, or whether you and your husband are butting heads every night because you're opposites, or whether you have a child that's gone down a path that maybe you're like completely crazy because there's nothing that you can do about that path. Maybe you're in the middle of a legal battle. Maybe you've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. You have no idea where to begin. It's crazy because I'll have people reach out to me like, I want to start a boutique, but I don't know how to do it. And I'll be like, oh, I did that. Here's where you go. Here's where you get all the wholesalers, blah, blah, blah. And then the next person will be like, I would love to write a book, but I've never understood how people just, oh, I'll put you with my author, writer, and then he'll get it published. You'll be on Amazon. There's knowledge and there's experience that I have that has nothing to do with direct sales. Yet everyone thinks of Barb Pitcock. They're like, oh yeah, she's that lady that's always been in an MLM. And really, I'm that lady that has a heart that's so much bigger than just the industry of direct sales. I'm going to build an empire. I am going to change the world in my next 50 years. And turning 52 was this aha moment for me. Like, I want to build sober home living. I want to build a camp. I want to help people with depression and anxiety. I want to bring speakers into schools to help educate those kids. I want to be able to help families piece things back together when they've been absolutely ripped apart. Whether it's suicide that happens and then, if someone dies of cancer, everyone's there with open arms. Someone dies of suicide, it's like mom is the word. Nobody even knows how to communicate. Someone in your family has addiction. It's like, oh, there's Uncle so-and-so, or, there's Aunt Ruby, or whatever it is. People don't know how to navigate through everything that's happening in their life. And anxiety, you guys, it feels good to say that word because I can't say it when I talk about network marketing, or I have attorneys coming after me thinking I'm trying to sell a product. But anxiety is at an all-time high. Depression is worse than it's ever been. 1 in 4 people are becoming hooked on opiate drugs, and 1 in 8 is turning to heroin. Over 70% of marriages are ending in divorce. And most people who graduate with a degree aren't even using it. The economy is worse than it's ever been since probably, I would say, 1996 or 2006. And people are literally self-medicating, drinking. Hurting people hurt people because they don't have any hope. They have no idea what to do. They're just lost. And I was going to start a church, not even going to lie, save the domain. Dave and I were like, I could do this because I could be real, not care what denomination you were, not care if you were covered in tattoos, drunk or high. I could still say, Jesus loves you like all the little children in the world. And I could create a movement that was so big. The problem is I cuss a little bit. So I would be definitely crucified by everyone that thought, who is she? So I was just going to call it the church for sinners, because that's what we all are, right? And I had this dream, and eventually I was like, you know what? Why don't I just start with a little coaching program? Why don't I just come with a warning label that says, if you want to be extraordinary, just get a little bit extra. And I'm so much extra, you guys. I've got so much in my heart that it would take me 2 lifetimes to live everything that I dream of doing. And I've been through so much during this last 12 months being a 51-year-old that I could literally write 10 books on how to navigate through this and that and the other, whether it's grieving, whether it's sadness, whether it's finances, whether it's being able to be a boss and continue to be a high performance leader in the middle of trauma, whether it's relationships, how to work with difficult people, whether it's, how to survive and build $1 million team in the middle of a down economy. Like, there's so many things that are in my heart that I would love to share. People lose their income, they give up. There's so many things that you can do to make it through a 90 or 6-month period if you ever lose your income. People have a loved one that's really, really sick, and it literally takes a toll on them. Been there, done that. You've got to put your own oxygen mask on. And you being your best you could mean you start a Shopify site. You start an Etsy store. Maybe you download one of the new, gig economy apps on your phone and you start printing money every night while you sleep. Maybe you want to open a franchise. Maybe you're looking for this mate that, has the same type of a vibe that you have. It's all about your network, you guys. Your net worth is going to be your net worth. And some of you need to quit playing small. You need to look in the mirror and say, listen, I have all this time. I have all this talent. I know that I have gifts that I'm not using. Why in the world would I say stuck? Stuck? Why would you ever say that you're stuck? Your mentality says you're stuck, but your heart is saying get up and go, and your head is saying I don't know what to do. That's the reality. And that's why when I feel that way, I turn to a coach that's better than me in whatever department I'm stuck in. So I don't know what you're going through right now, but one thing that I have come to a general consensus is that everyone around us is going through something. They're just not telling you about it. Their Instagram looks great. Their smile is awesome on Facebook. But you know what? I posted a picture on the beach in Mexico smiling with my husband 2 weeks ago, and I was trying to get home to my daughter who nearly lost her life. Everything that glitters is not gold. And some of you are comparing yourself to people that you think, it's like this false idol that you put up on a pedestal. And you guys, they are going to come crumbling down so much harder and farther than what you put them up on, because every one of us, don't ever put me on a pedestal. Every one of us falls short. Every one of us makes mistakes. That's the only way that we learn. When we make a mistake and we learn, we grow, we get better, we get stronger. And the most important thing we get is experience. One thing I know is that if I lost everything I had, my house, my car, my network, my money, everything but my health, if I had oxygen and you dropped me in the middle of the Bahamas, where I can't think of one person that I know, if I just could talk, I would find a way with my experience to get someone, to get something, to use my knowledge, my experience, my connections, what I've been through to come back up and come out on top. And here's why, you guys. It's a mentality. You can't take my experience. You can't take my knowledge. You can't take the pain that I've went through and the scars and the lessons and the life experience that were tests and turn them into a testimony unless you've been through it. And Dave and I have often said, why, Lord? Like, why would you let us be going through this? And I don't ask why anymore. Now I ask why not, because I see the benefit. I see the method to the madness. I see the testimony in the test. I see the message in the mess. And every single one of you have something that you wish that you could get past. And Dave and I are super, super excited to be doing this live coaching group. If you register to be in the group, it's going to be free for you for the first week. Then you can decide if it's worth the value. You're probably going to say, Barb, it's way too cheap. I mentor and coach everyone in my business free every single day. they get it from me in a private group, but I don't do that to the public. So this is going to be just a brand new territory for me, a brand new stage. I'm super, super excited about it. I'm going to be bringing a lot of guests in there from my network, which is your net worth. And I'm going to be sharing my network with the people in the coaching group so that, never you would think, oh, it's all about Barb. No, when I'm the strongest leader in the bunch, you're in trouble, right? I always try to stay humble and surround myself with people who are so much smarter, so much more powerful, have so much more resources, have so much more faith, so much more experience, because that's where all of my power comes from. So I am super excited about this. I see some of you on here who have said before, Barb, what's the best book for my finances? What's the best book for my marriage? What's the best book for my depression? What's the best book for my little girl who's getting bullied at school? You know what? We are going to create a community where it's almost like a mastermind, almost like an inner circle, just tons of good energy every single day. And you're just going to get that shot in the arm to go out there and be the B.E.S.T you, not me. It's going to be all about you, and you can take what you want from it. Some of it you may be like, I have no interest in that, but I don't know where to put all this, right? So we've created a private group, and it's called B.E.S.T with Barb Pitcock. And it's going to be live coaching, mentoring, training, inspiration, motivation, and resources for all of you to grow and expand and to have more and be more and do more and dream bigger than you've ever dreamt. So certain things will be free in there. Like Dave and I are working on our new course, Getting It Together. A lot of these people in there will be single, so they might not want that course. How to create a business from your phone for people that just want to download apps, college kids, people that want to make extra money, but they really don't know what to do and maybe they hate their job. And it won't be network marketing, because if it was going to be network marketing, you would already be on my team, right? So it is going to be exciting. I cannot wait to see all of you over in that group, and it's all automated. Our webmaster was going to launch yesterday. He texted me today. He said it was ready at 11, and I've been on the phone praying with Maxandra for the last 2 hours, and I'm way late launching this thing. But man, is my energy amazing. And I just know that I know that this is God's purpose in my life. It's my passion. I can do it without notes. I can do it without even thinking. I don't even have to get ready. It's just like if you were to puncture my skin right now and blood went oozing everywhere, it would just be oozing all of this stuff, you guys. And it's the first time I've ever done it where it wasn't direct sales, my company or my team. So I couldn't be more excited. You can go grab a free trial. All you have to do is register at davidandbarb.com/best. And we together are going to create the best you, your best year. And let's start with your best week and see if you want to be in there and subscribe for your best month over and over and over and over again. So I'm excited to see you guys over there. Just wanted to go live so I could explain what it's all about. It can be all ages, all demographics, all occupations, any religion. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your numbers and letters are behind your name. It's for everybody. Just come as you are. We're all going to grow together. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the group.